You're 19 the first time you feel the weight of a package that isn't yours. Not the cardboard, that's light, maybe sneakers, but the weight of expectation, a timer somewhere you can't see, a stranger who only sees the box in your hands. You knock, the door cracks, a hand appears, the box is gone, the door shuts. Your breath hangs in the space where thanks could have lived. It's nothing, and it's everything, because you just met the quiet rule of this job. Move the object, not the person. You didn't plan this. It starts with a friend of a friend who knows a depot manager. Show up Monday. Steel toes if you have them. You tell yourself it's temporary, just until you figure out what you really want to do. The brochures show smiling people by gleaming vans. Words like opportunity and advancement. You miss the part where the job will ask for pieces of you it never gives back. The alarm splits the dark at 4:45 a.m. The apartment air is damp cold. Clothes never really dry on the rack. They just give up. Your uniform waits on a chair. Synthetic, stiff, corporate logo stitched over your chest like a brand you didn't ask for. The badge clips on, heavier than it looks. The boots pinch. They'll break in, they said. They won't. The depot is already awake. Conveyor belts thrum. Forklifts chirp in reverse. The fluorescent lights hum like they're tired of themselves. Cardboard dust floats in the air. You can taste it. A supervisor with a tablet reads numbers that don't feel like they're meant for humans. You sign out your scanner, scratched screen, worn edges, and it becomes your leash. It knows where you're going before you do. It knows how long you should take. It knows when you're late. Your van waits in Bay 14. Inside smells like rubber mats and yesterday's cargo. You load in the pre-dawn half-light, heavy on the floor, light on top, addresses memorized without meaning to. The system sorts the route optimally. You resort it in your head because the system has never met the road it's commanding. Boxes shift on the first hard turn, a sliding avalanche you stop noticing after week 2. By sunrise, you're a moving dot on the map. The city wakes, but you're not part of it. Cyclists curse when you block the lane. Pedestrians glare when you inch through the crosswalk. Security guards check your ID every single time. Receptionists don't look up when you say the suite number. Every doorway is a test. Every lobby is a gate. Your day becomes repetitions park. Unbuckle. Slide the door. Grab the box. Scan walk. Ring. Wait. Leave. Repeat. Your hands learn the weight of fragile versus oversized without looking. Your knees memorize the pitch of stairwells. Your back recognizes the height of every loading dock. You stop measuring by hours. You measure by stops. The radio plays the same 4 ads until you can recite them. The scanner's beep threads through your thoughts until it's your heartbeat. You ration water because there's never a bathroom when you need one. You eat with the engine idling, crumbs falling into the valley between the seat and console to live forever. In summer, heat blooms off the dash before 9 a.m. The air in the cargo hold sits like a heavy animal. Sweat soaks your shirt on stop 3. Salt crusts white by stop 30. You learn which streets reflect heat like mirrors and which alleys hold a slice of shade at noon. In winter, your breath smokes in the dim of the depot and lingers in the van. The rubber floor stiffens. Cardboard edges feel sharper. Doors freeze. Keys bite your fingers. The walk-in docks breathe out cold like they're alive. Rain makes everything personal. Your jacket becomes a second skin. Packages must stay dry, so you twist your body to shelter them and let the sky have you. The van smells like wet paper for days. Your socks never really come back from certain storms. Pain doesn't start as a shout. It starts as a whisper, a twinge in your lower back when you twist to fish a box that slid to the far corner, a stutter in your knee after 5 flights because the elevator is under maintenance again, a thread of fire in your shoulder from the lopsided package that drags you sideways. Then one ordinary afternoon, you bend and something seizes. Heat down your spine, breath gone, hands on the box, not sure if you can stand up. You do. You always do. You finish the shift by bargaining with your body. 5 more stops, then stretch. 10 more, then water. The scanner doesn't care. It records that you were 12 minutes behind between stops 84 and 85. Someone you'll never meet will see the red bar and decide you can improve. The bill from urgent care arrives. The copay is bigger than your grocery budget. The paperwork to file an injury claim reads like a dare to stop trying. You go back early. Of course you do. The route went out without you once. It won't again. An email goes out company-wide. Your name is on it. Exemplary metrics. The depot manager calls you into a small office that smells like acid coffee and printed paper. Setting the bar, he says. A $50 gift card slides across the desk. You smile like it's oxygen. For an hour, you think maybe this is the hatch opening. Next week, your scanner shows 186 stops instead of 143. A trainee shadows you, wide-eyed. How do you keep up? You say something about moving steady and not stopping. You don't say you skip bathrooms and meals. You don't mention the painkillers in the glove box. The gift card lives on your counter until you stop seeing it. You learn the building codes like scripture, freight entrance, off the alley, buzz twice. Do not use main lobby, manager will yell. Loading dock 7 looks like 5, security will pretend not to know. Front desks become barriers more than help. Mailrooms act like you're the interruption. Warehouses check your badge like this is the first time you've been born. Some days, kindness cuts through. A receptionist who says your name, a bottle of water on a hot day, a kid waving through the window like you're Santa with sensible shoes. You pocket those moments like tips you never spend. They are real. They are not enough. Body, hands cracked and stung by sanitizer. Numb thumbs from the wheel's vibration. Shoulders lifted and never quite lowered. A line from the seatbelt on your chest that fades by bedtime, returns by lunch. Knees that pop, calves twitching in sleep because your brain kept you walking after the engine stopped. Mind addresses loop like a bad song. You check the scanner twice, 3 times. Did you deliver 10B or 10D? Did you ring? Did you photo the drop? You swear you hear a phantom beep in the shower. You dream in gray maps and little blue routes. Money, pay that dissolves, gas that eats, tickets that bloom on your windshield like expensive leaves, tires faster than savings, a raise that disappears into the cost of being alive. Time, rush hour becomes you. Lights hold you longer than they hold anyone else. You live inside windows, deliver by, pick up before, dock open from. Hours wait in lobbies and elevators and one-way streets and never come back to you. Relationships, texts unanswered because you were on stop 112 and lost the thread of the conversation, and then the day. Dinners missed. Birthdays you promised you'd make next year. Partners who learn your voice in the key of I'm sorry. Friends who stop asking, not out of anger, but because they learned the schedule before you did. You know it sounds like family. The rattle in the passenger door, the squeak that wasn't there last month, the brake hiss that's normal until one day it isn't. You eat there, drink there, cry there. Once you laugh so hard you scare yourself because you found a legal parking spot in front of a building with a working elevator and a friendly concierge, and you think, maybe the city loves me back. It doesn't. The next block is double parked and the buzzer is broken, and someone in the 3rd floor walk-up will take exactly 4 minutes and 17 seconds to answer the door, and your scanner will count every one of them against you. Dispatch optimizes routes like chess. You learn to cheat, consolidate nearby stops, ignore a suggested right that adds 3 lefts. You bookmark clean bathrooms in your mind, hotel lobbies, the good gas station, that grocery on 12th where the staff doesn't glare. You pack food that you can eat one-handed, that doesn't crumble, that you won't hate by Wednesday. You keep a spare shirt because sweat wins, and sometimes the day changes if you change your skin. Dogs and gates. You become fluent. A certain bark means fence is theater. Another means do not test me. You step sideways at certain doors because instincts sharpen when enough days sharpen you. Porch pirates exist. The system pretends they don't. When a package vanishes after you did everything right, the complaint blooms under your name. You can appeal. You probably won't win. One winter morning, the van slides on black ice. The curb rises like a shoulder. You catch it. Your hands shake for 6 stops. That night, your back hums like a warning. You go to bed with a heating pad and the prayer that the engine starts tomorrow. It does. So do you. Once you get a route that feels like mercy. Wider streets, friendlier buildings, the kind of neighborhoods where people hold the door. You breathe deeper. You do the math. Maybe this is workable. Maybe you could train new drivers. Maybe there's a path rerouting you into daylight. 2 weeks later, it's rotation. Someone with a louder voice wants that route. You return to the narrow lanes, the broken elevators, the no parking stretches of road where tickets grow like vines. It doesn't crash, it sits. You're parked in a side street at 9:48 p.m. The engine ticks as it cools. The scanner glows dumbly in the cup holder. You could drive back to the depot, turn in keys, go home. You could, you don't. You keep your hands on the wheel and let the quiet press in. It feels wrong, the quiet, threatening, like you've forgotten how to be a person who isn't moving a thing from one place to another on time. You ask out loud to the empty van, "Who am I without this?" No answer comes. Not right away. Maybe not at all tonight. That's the part that scares you more than the near misses in traffic, more than the pain that threads your spine. Because the job stopped being something you do. It started being where you are, who you are, how you measure a day. You turn the key. The headlights wash a brick wall the color of old teeth. You drive back to the depot through a city that looks like it doesn't remember you. And maybe it doesn't. You park in the same spot, under the same light that flickers like a tired eye. Keys on hook, badge on peg. The smell of diesel in the cold air. Tomorrow's van's already lined like soldiers with their mouths open. And that's why it sucks to be a delivery driver in the city. You know the rhythm. Doors that don't open, docks that don't clear, boxes stacked higher than your shoulders, a scanner that decides if you're good today. You've traded your back, your knees, your weekends for someone else's timer. If you're ready to run a different kind of route, one you actually own, check the links in the description. I'll show you how to build a faceless YouTube channel, your own delivery line where ideas ship once and keep working, where the tools don't blister and the hours belong to you. Step off their map, keep your grit, take back your time.